most patriotic Nigerians
do not believe that Nnamdi Kanu can now receive fair trial strictly
on the law, because the laws that have it's gone through the court processes, one court order, one outright release, unconditional release, and the Nigerian state refused. And you keep holding him until you get a favorable court order. I'm sorry. It is our view that the current circumstance makes Nnamdi Kanu and his colleagues political prisoners, our prisoners of conscience.
This is Monday, June 15, 2026. Good evening, everyone. About 2-3 days ago, there is a video of Mr. IPOB, the video he did before, not even now. So the video was trending on the Nigerian internet space, and a lot of people were reacting to it. People have mixed reactions towards that video. And the video is all about the detention or the conviction of Nnamdi Kanu, that Nnamdi Kanu is supposed not to be in the prison. However, it's not only Mr. IPOB that made such statement, including Atiku Abubakar. Almost 90% of people in Nigeria knows that Nnamdi Kanu is supposed not to be in prison. Now, after that, I saw some Soludo's aides, and I take them as his spokespersons, condemning why should IPOB say that what IPOB is saying is undermining the rule of law, etc., etc. So they said a lot of things. And after they released that statement, I saw so many people reposting the video of Soludo, saying Nnamdi Kanu is a prisoner of conscience, he is a political prisoner, Nnamdi Kanu's agitation is right, that Igbos have been marginalized, up to 7 videos of Soludo supporting Nnamdi Kanu. Why? Because he was vying for a position then, and he understood that if I did not say the truth to my people, I will not get to the power. So he told that line to get to the power. Now he's a governor. He has the power to do what he wants to do. So he can say whatever he wants to say. I'm going to show you some videos of Professor Chukwuma Soludo, the incumbent governor of Anambra State, what he said about Nnamdi Kanu, that he is a prisoner of conscience and political prisoner. So because of that, the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, has come to attack Soludo. And this is what they are saying. Soludo opposing Nnamdi Kanu's release because of Vice President's ambition on Fulani-led ticket. They are saying that in the year 2031, after Mr. Chukwuma Soludo must have finished his tenure, that he wants to be a vice presidential candidate to someone like Nuhu Ribadu, who is going to fly APC ticket in 2031. So because of that, Soludo have to do something that pleased the North, especially, not, when I mean the North, I'm not generalizing, because so many people in the North at this moment are supporting Nnamdi Kanu. So let me say the people who want Nnamdi Kanu to remain in prison perpetually. You understand? So Soludo want to please these people. Soludo want to make sure that they didn't see him as someone who loves his people. There is a statement that the vice president and so many people from the northern Nigeria have been saying, that they don't need IPOB, that they need someone like Rochas Okorocha or David Umahi, that Rochas Okorocha can speak Hausa. Do you see the qualification of the people they need? He said Rochas Okorocha can speak Hausa. Rochas Okorocha is closer to the north. Why? Because, the reason why they are saying so. Rochas Okorocha speaks Hausa. Yes, he speaks Hausa language. And Rochas Okorocha built, houses for Fulanis and invited them to Imo State. And later, the people he invited, most of them left the house. Most of them started constituting nuisance and so on and so forth. That is just the qualification of making him a president. So Chukwuma Soludo want to toe the line, probably by dehumanizing his people, so that they will say, oh, yes, we like this man. We can use this man. We can use this man. What is going on in Nigeria is not different from what is going on in the Western democratic power brokers, where they will use the president to rule the country. Yes, country like Nigeria, if France want to do anything in Nigeria, France doesn't need me and you. They don't need 250 million people. They only need one person, the president. They just have to remind the president that he forfeited $460,000 million to the court in Illinois. So these are the things they will just look at and they will position the president. The president will do everything they want him to do. So the same thing is playing in Nigeria. People who feel that they own this country, that they can manipulate judiciary, control everything, control both INEC. You can see the case of Hope Uzodinma, who came out fourth in a gubernatorial election, and he was declared winner by the Supreme Court. You know what that means, right? So people don't want to, be disloyal to people who can make them deputy governor, vice president, and so on and so forth. They just want to be loyal to them. Anyway, this is the issue. Now, this is what the Indigenous People of Biafra IPOB says. It says that IPOB has accused Anambra State Governor Soludo of plotting to sacrifice his leader Nnamdi Kanu to advance his ambition to become the vice president of Nigeria in 2031. Now, before I go further, I want you to take a listen to the video and judge yourself. And I want to ask you a question after this video. Take a listen.
Most patriotic Nigerians
do not believe that Nnamdi Kanu can now receive fair trial strictly
on the law, because the laws that have been, it's gone through the court processes, one court order, one outright release, unconditional release, and the Nigerian state refused. And you keep holding him until you get a favorable court order. I'm sorry. It is our view that the current circumstance makes Nnamdi Kanu and his colleagues political prisoners, our prisoners of conscience. They're no longer, it's not about crime, it's not about anything, because we're no longer following the rule of law.
The truth of the matter is, when you incarcerate Nnamdi Kanu, who is incarcerated is not Nnamdi Kanu, it's all people of conscience. Who is incarcerated is not Nnamdi Kanu, it's all people whose perspective he represents, whether they come from an ethnic nationality group. If you incarcerate him, you incarcerate all people who believe in the rule of law. And so it is this collective imprisonment that we expect will force a rethink on the part of all people about this. So we do hope and expect that we will get results. What essentially it's calling for is citizenship and citizenship behavior.
Now be the judge yourself, okay? I want you to be the judge yourself. I want you to judge the situation. What made Professor Chukwuma Soludo to change? Why did he change? So, IPOB may be 100% correct that Chukwuma Soludo is changing his position because of another ambition, because of what he wants to become. He is changing his ambition. Sorry, he is changing his pronouncements, his position because of his ambition. But what is the negative effect of all these things? At a time, after we knew and understood how Imo State Governor sent a message to the delegation that were coming after the release of Nnamdi Kanu, telling them that Nnamdi Kanu should not be released because of Imo election is coming forth. So because of that, they didn't release Nnamdi Kanu that time. And after that, the thing continues up to today. It has become a story. A lot of court judgments, court judgments upon court judgments that favors Nnamdi Kanu. Just like what Soludo said. They did not obey it. They were looking for the one to favor them so that they would just beckon on that one. I continue to ask, what happens to federal high court judgments that favors Nnamdi Kanu against Nigerian government? They didn't obey it. They choose the court to obey. No, this is the problem. The Nigerian state choose the court to obey and the court not to obey. Where does that work? Where does that work? They choose the court to obey and the court not to obey. And a lot of people, thank God, a lot of people are speaking forth right now, including this, my friend, the NANS president, Mr. Atiku. So everybody is speaking forth because you cannot hide the truth continuously. You cannot hide the truth. Why Nnamdi Kanu was sincerely agitating? The news has it, even Omoyodesho will also confess it, that Tinubu was sponsoring Sunday Igboho. So if Tinubu can sponsor Sunday Igboho, sponsor his agitation, and today Sunday Igboho is free, what makes him think that keeping Nnamdi Kanu is a go for him? Anyway, it is what it is. Take a listen to what Mr. Atiku said.
A very good evening to all the courageous Igbo youths across the world. Today, the 14th of June 2026, I have stopped to pass the night in Kaduna State on my way to Sokoto to visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I want to appeal to all the youths because you are the courageous ones that I know and that I believe in the Southeast. The elders, majority of them, have betrayed the cause, but you have remained very courageous. Now, assuming without consenting that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did all the things that he has been accused of, all the things he has been accused of, worse than that, Igboho did. Worse than that, Sheikh Azekzaki of Zaria did. But the two personalities are today being honored and are living like great men while Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in Sokoto prison. Let's leave these two personalities. The bandits have just killed a retired general, a general in the Nigerian army. They are being pampered, they are being paid, they are being respected and honored. But because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that my people are not being treated fairly, and if you don't want us to be part of this country, we would leave. What is bad about that? I don't see anything bad about that. Do not allow them, disgrace them whenever they come to the Southeast to campaign. How do you disgrace them? Don't come out. This I want to appeal to you passionately, because what is happening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is very bad. He should not be left in Sokoto prison. And let me tell you this. If you allow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to continue to languish in prison and vote for Ahmed Bola Tinubu, after the election, he will come after the remaining elders who still have conscience. The few ones who have conscience among the elders will be dealt with severely, and Igbos will be completely eroded. That is the game plan. If it's not a game plan, why is it that Sheikh Zazaki Igboho are all being honored? Why is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu left in prison? I appeal to you passionately. I feel pain seriously because I have met and discussed with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and I know what it stands for. Please, disgrace APC whenever they come for campaigns. Don't come out at all. That is how to deal with them, and don't vote for them until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released and he's compensated. Thank you very much.
Yes, for Mr. Atiku, it is time for people to employ a strategic move to register grievances that holding Nnamdi Kanu in detention and look at how terrorists kill a general. And they contacted the government to drop his corpse. And the government said thank you to the terrorists, and they received the corpse without going after the terrorists, without doing anything. Look at how all these terrorists terrorizing Nigeria, and look at how they are freeing them, putting them back into the society. Look at what is going on. No, just take a look at what is going on. And someone will come out to say, no, Nnamdi Kanu should remain. He should serve what? Serve what? Like what? Then the people that led to this agitation, people who started invading the Southeast, it's not, look at what you are seeing in Oyo, what you are seeing in Benue, what you are seeing in Plateau State is a child's play compared to what came to the Southeast before. A lot of people are not aware of this. Go listen to this David Umahi, when he was even thanking Nnamdi Kanu, that his contractor, a white man from Germany, Julius Berger, it was a Fulani militia that killed him. The current minister of Works confessed this. So, Nnamdi Kanu was like only man who was opposing them. They hate him because of that. There is no other thing that made them to hate him. Simply because of this. They just hate him because of that. And this man is asking question. Is Igboho not free? Is Zaki not free? Why is Nnamdi Kanu still in detention? This is a man the SS said Indeed, we have never caught him with any gun or anything incriminating. So you judge him because you said he's a member of a group and because of the brokers he made. No, it doesn't make sense to me now. It doesn't make sense to me. And in our prison, Justice Emeka Nwite, he gave 10 years imprisonment to Al-Qaeda terrorists who have confessed to have killed more than 100 people. Nigeria is not normal. No, Nigeria is not normal. Remember another man, I don't know his name, he's a white man. He went to Sokoto. Is that Sokoto? No, Maiduguri, Borno State. And he was interviewing people who are in the rehabilitation camp. How many people have you killed? How many people have you killed? I saw people who were saying we have killed up to 100 people. And he's there preparing to put them into the society. I don't believe in this, you people's Nigeria. No, I don't believe in a version of a place called country like this. No, I don't believe that. No, I don't believe it. There are people who confess that they kill hundreds of people. You are paying them to take them back to the society. And someone whom you have never seen gone with, because of what he said, is languishing in prison. It is an agenda.